Good evening and welcome to John Thiel Gymnasium on the campus of Galesburg High School for Quincy High Blue Devil basketball, Western Big Six style, right here on MeccaSportsCo.com. And good evening, I'm Jeff Wellman as we get ready for the second conference game for the Blue Devils as they come into this one 4-0, 1-0 in the conference. On the other side, Galesburg is 3-3 and 0-1 in the conference. Last game for the Blue Devils was at Geneseo with a 62-23 victory. Galesburg lost to Rock Island 87-35. Should be a good one tonight, although there is some injuries there on the Galesburg side. And we've got BL3 back for the Blue Devils. So we should have a great game here tonight. And as we check out here in the pregame show, let's go ahead and hear from Coach Douglas. And of course, his comments are brought to you by QHS Honda and QHS Hyundai, faith, family, and giving back.
That's way too far. Yeah. No, it's close. That's way too far. Yeah. No, it's close.
Well, our 8-minute interview with Coach Douglas only seemed to pick up 20 seconds of it. Great interview, though, talking about the team and after the first weekend and Thanksgiving, winning the Thanksgiving tournament 3-0, putting 3 guys on the all-tournament team. Camden Brown would be your MVP, Keyshawn Thomas and Ralph Wires, all tournament players. Felt like they really, after a week, he thought they really did a nice job on the weekend, did a lot of good things, far from being anywhere close to where they want to be in the middle or late season, but Coach was very happy with that. And then, of course, at Geneseo is down, but they did a great job at Geneseo. Also, Bradley Longcord III got into the game, came off the bench, and so he's feeling pretty good. Still has to get along with his conditioning. You know, you may go out and run all you want in the gymnasium at practice, but until you get out in game situations, it's far from a cry from being ready for basketball. Keyshawn Thomas did not play the other night. Keyshawn was out of the game. We did not get why. I'm not really sure if it was from the last game of the tournament when there was a little brouhaha. But he is back tonight. We'll be in the lineup, and we'll see BL3 still coming off the bench. Looking out at the lineup so far, again, Bradley Longcor's been in one game. He's got 9 points. Leading the team is Camden Brown right now with 17 points. Keyshawn with only 3 games, averaging 16.3. Tyler Spricks at 8.3. Ralph Wires just under 10 at 9.8. And Dom Clay has been in the last couple games doing a nice job. He is right now at 7.5. Last year, these two teams faced each other twice, as they always do in the Western Big Six. On December 13th at Blue Devil Gymnasium, the Devils had an excellent game. They started off 21-10 in the first quarter. Second quarter, doubling the Silver Streaks, 42-21. Third quarter, 61-28, and then wrapped it up with a 76-31 45-point victory. In that game, Camden Brown had 19 and BL3 had 14. On the other side, Carter Clary had 8 and Ian Dominic had 6. Then the two teams met on Valentine's Day, February 14th of this year, 2023. And that one was here in Galesburg. First quarter, Devils lead 21-9. Halftime, great comeback by Galesburg in the second quarter. It was 34-27 at halftime. Third quarter, Galesburg got it within 5, 48-43, but the Devils pulled out and won it 66-55. Only 2 losses in the conference all year, and that was Moline. Dominique and Carter, as well as Jace Keith, had 12 points. Now tonight we mentioned Carter has graduated, and you've got Dominique is hurt. He's got a thigh injury, but it's not an injury. He just needs rest is what the therapist said. And then Jace Keith, who was playing really good at the end of last year, had 12 points as well. He's out also tonight. So Galesburg is very short on bodies tonight in our game. So if the Devils come out, take care of business, as I always call it, they should be in good hands out there. As the Devils early part in the year, 4-0, we mentioned Wendell Phillips, the first game of the tournament, Tinley Park, the second game, and Springfield Lanford for the third game. And then, of course, their first conference game against Geneseo. They'll have this conference game, and then we have a really interesting week, as on Friday at Blue Devil Gymnasium, it will be the Blue Devils against Sterling, and Sterling right now is 6-0. In fact, right now in the Western Big Six, it looks like this. 4 teams with victories and 4 with losses. That's how you start off the first part of the season. Quincy's 1-0, Sterling's 1-0, East Moline's 1-0, and Rock Island's 1-0. That leaves Moline, yes, Moline, your defending state champions, 0-1. They lost to Sterling 76-72. Galesburg's 0-1, Alleman's 0-1, and Geneseo's 0-1. Those games last week on Friday, December 1st. We mentioned the Quincy victory over Geneseo, 62-23. Sterling 76, Moline 72. There was the close victory there for Sterling. Sterling, we knew was going to be good, so nobody in the conference was surprised when they beat the Maroons. Come back, Rock Island 87-35 against Galesburg, and East Moline 57-24 against Alleman. So there's your breakdown so far. Quincy's 4-0, Sterling 6-0, East Moline's 4-0, and then you got Rocky and Moline at 5-1 and 4-1. Galesburg's 3-3, Alleman's 1-5, and Geneseo is 1-5. Tonight, Tuesday, December 5th, here's what the conference looks like. Of course, Quincy is here against Galesburg. We've got Alleman hosting Moline, so Moline's going to be 1-1. Nothing you can do about that, Alleman. You're in a growing stage. You're still building your foundation. Geneseo is hosting East Moline, and Sterling, Rock Island. There's your game right there. Again, Sterling is 6-0, 1-0 in the conference. Rock Island is 5-1, 1-0 in the conference. So if you can get Rocky to beat Sterling tonight, we'll have a tie right there, and we'll be down to Rocky. Actually, we'll be down to Rocky and East Moline and Quincy, if Quincy takes care of business. So that's our matchup so far. We'll have 4 conference games, Western Big Six games before Christmas, the last one being on December 15th. And then, of course, after the Christmas tournaments, we'll pick up the rest of the season and the rest of the conference. So Blue Devils won the conference 2 years ago. Last year was Moline, who went on to win the state trophy as well. And so Blue Devils have been working hard in the offseason and ready to take it. There's Don O'Brien. Of course, DOB was a graduate from Galesburg. He used to talk about being in the top bleacher on the far side as a little kid, watching the Silver Streaks out here when he went to school out here. And another group of fans over across the way, Mike Bowen and Jim McGinn, came up here along with Mr. Powell from Camp Point. We saw Mark Freiberg out here, but glad you're with us on mechasportsco.com. Running audio only tonight to make sure that we get this game to you. We had a little technical difficulty this last week, and so it seems to go good. If those who know me out there would like to give us a shout and tell us that they are picking us up still, we'd appreciate it out here. But it's mechasportsco.com. And as you heard in the pregame, the interview with Coach, somehow the outside sound picked up too much. They had the music running when we were down there during the interview pregame of the first game, the sophomore game. So we cut it off there short, but it was sponsored by QHS Honda and QHS Hyundai. They've got some fun coming up here on Sunday, December 17th. We talked about it a couple weeks ago out at the Festival of Lights. QHS will have their day, or family day, on Sunday, and the word is, and I've got to double check on how it breaks out, but if you come out with a QHS license plate, cover, you will get in free. QHS will pay your way into the Festival of Lights on Sunday, December 17th. So mark that in your calendar. Be ready to get out there. And remember, it's QHS Honda and QHS Hyundai, faith, family, and giving back. Now we're approaching here 4 minutes before the pregame. Blue Devils come out in their blue, trimmed in white, and they look ready. Dom Clay has been playing good the last couple games. Obviously, Ralph Wires and his brother have been trading off at the point guard. And that's just speed upon speed. And a couple times we actually have them both in at the same time. Camden Brown is starting off his senior year in a great fashion. And we're actually looking at maybe catching Coach Ryan Brown at some point for our pregame show. And talk to him a little bit about having a son that's a senior looking to go on to play college basketball, and also a daughter, Jada, who is a freshman and starting on the girls team. She's doing a great job out there. Actually, there's a couple freshmen, ML14, that's Miley Longcore, and then the senior group out there, Taylor Foey, you got Layla Dade, Leah Chevalier, I was looking down at down below there, Brea Leonard, and Jasmine Lewis. That's your seniors out there, and your freshmen are looking pretty good there. Again, we mentioned Longcore as well as Brown. Also getting in there is Byquist. Cameron is a great guard to back up Dade and Chevalier. And so a lot of fun. By the way, they are right now 7-1 and 2-0 in the conference, as I double check there. And they will be back on Thursday right here in John Thiel Gymnasium, as this year it looks like most weeks when there's a conference game for the boys away, there's a conference game for the girls in the same place. Except for last week when Geneseo, the Blue Devils went up to Geneseo, and Geneseo, the Maple Leafs, came down last Saturday that was Sterling, last week, came down to Thursday on to the Quincy High Girls Gymnasium. So it's a great setup here. Hopefully the Blue Devils will pull out a victory, and then Thursday night, the Lady Devils, basically the Blue Devils girls, they will be back up here on Thursday night. Friday night, we will be at Quincy High. It'll be the Blue Devils again, this time against Sterling. So it'll be Sterling, who right now is 6-0, so they'll either be 6-1 or 7-0. That'll be on Saturday night or Friday night. And then on Saturday night, you're going to catch the Devils going down to the Norm Stewart Classic, and that will be 9 o'clock at night. We'll be running audio only on that, and should be great. You go down there and check out, and hopefully maybe we see Abby Swartz from across town from Quincy Notre Dame, as she's playing down for the Tigers right now and getting a lot of playing time, and I think last I saw was averaging about 11 points. Hey, let's wrap up some other stuff then while we're in the pregame show. And boy, you guys missed a lot of fun with Coach there. We'll have to figure that out. So anyway, college action. Let's go across the river first in Canton. Culver Stockton right now is 3-5. They're 1-3 in the conference. Their next games up will be Wednesday and Saturday, both at home at Joe Charles Fieldhouse. It'll be Graceland on Wednesday. Saturday, it will be Grandview. Quincy University, Steve Hawkins and Tim Walsh and company, 4-4. They will, and of course, Coach and them have talked about learning to shoot, learning to play together. These guys are young as far as college action. So good luck to them. On Thursday and Saturday, they will be hosting UMSL, and then on Saturday, hosting McKendree. And then Johnwood Community College is out to a 5-3 start, and they'll be at home on Friday and Saturday as they'll take on Richard J. Daley College and Milwaukee Area Tech. And that gives you an update of our girls teams as well as our college teams. Now we'll take a break as we got the national anthem. And that was our national anthem. Excuse me, I turned that up a little bit so you guys could hear it out there. And there we go as we get ready for the starting lineups here tonight at John Field Gymnasium. Blue Devils are going to be called out first. And starting at the guard, Ralph Wires. He'll wear number 3. Camden Brown, he's wearing number 4. Tyler Sprick will wear number 10. Dom Clay gets the start tonight. Obviously, Bradley Loncourt will be coming back. And then Keyshawn Thomas is back in the starting lineup tonight as well. And there's your prep music and the lights out. So we'll grab our light here a second. With your patience. All right, here's your starting lineup for Galesburg. They come in 3-3, 0-1 in the conference. Number 1, Tyree Taylor. He's a 6'2 junior. We got Jackson Croc-Sibbing, 6-foot sophomore. Gino Williams, a 6'1" senior. He'll play guard. Keith Jace gets the start tonight, 6'4" senior. And rounding out the starting lineup, Jackson Hillhouse, and he's a 6'1" senior. Head coach Chad Thompson, assistant coaches Steve Hawkins and Eric Thompson. Galesburg wears their white and their silver streaks, yes indeed. Leading the way for Galesburg right now at 11 points a game, both Gino Williams and Keith. And Dominique, who's averaging almost 11 points a game, he's out tonight. So we will not have him in the lineup. In the center circle will be Camden Brown, working left to right. And, of course, working the opposite way will be the Silver Streaks. That's Ian. Oh, no, that wasn't Ian. Dominic's number 15, Jace Keith. And Camden Brown wins the opening tip, and here comes the Blue Devils. Devils at the top of the key. Sprick over to the right wing. Dom Clay starts to go baseline, brings the ball back up, round to the left side to Brown. 2-3 zone coming out of the Silver Streaks. Strick at the point again. Left wing is Ralph Wires. Right wing Clay at the high post. Brown will kick it out to the outside. No good. Nice rebound there from the Silver Streaks. That was Jace Keith with the rebound. Comes down the left side of the court, wearing number 2. Glad you can be with us on mechasportsco.com. Go to YouTube and subscribe today. Shot from the right side. Oh, rolls in and out. Good shot by Tyree Taylor. Fast break. Left wing. Back to the top. Ball goes into the high post. Keyshawn Thomas. Nice pass down to the block. Dom Clay is right there and doesn't take the shot. Passes it back out, and a nice little short hook from Keyshawn Thomas for the first points of the game. 2-0 Blue Devils. Devils jump back into 1-2-2. Haven't seen it as much. At the point, Camden Brown. Then it's Wires and Clay. Clay knocks it away. And you got Sprick and Thomas back. And we got a foul. Clay looked like he was making a move, and Keith stepped in his way and got knocked down. So first foul, and the first foul in the quarter as we get back to that. Galesburg has it at the top of the key. Picking up Clay is Croc Sibbing. Good switch there by Brown at the top of the key. Clay and Brown, or I know Thomas comes up to help out. Thomas has Keith at the top of the key. We've played a minute and a half here in Galesburg. Down on the block. Block shot there by Ralph Wires down on the left block. Trying to get it in there was Gino Williams. So we'll have Galesburg basketball under their own basket. Two guys at the top of the key. In the post, trying to pop out to the corner, is Hillhouse. And going all the way back to half court to Croc Sibbing. Galesburg's got the ball, moves into the right corner. Good trap by Clay. He gets out of it. Tyree Taylor has the basketball off the right wing. Matching up man-to-man are the Blue Devils. In the left corner. Back out to Croc Sibbing. Jackson Croc Sibbing. Everything stays on the left side, back to the top of the key. Taylor looking. Clay playing some good defense. Devils pushing the ball out to 35 feet. Driving in, shot no good. Thomas takes the ball away from Sprick. Down the right side, Clay looks. Sprick goes inside on the baseline. Brown's going to bring it back out on the right wing. Reversed all the way around the left side to Wires. Wires and Clay playing the two-guard front. Left wing, good! Tyler Sprick with a three from the left wing. 5-0 Blue Devils. Devils back in the 1-2-2. Brown, Wires, and Clay at half court. Sprick comes up to help too. Sprick takes the ball away from Croc Sibbing. 3-on-2, left corner. Wires fires it up. Good firing. Wires for three, two in a row by the Devils in the last 10 seconds. And we've got an 8-0 lead. Quick timeout with 5:13 left in the first by Galesburg. And Steve Luton down there taking shots in the end zone. Or the baseline, as we should call it. Lots of fun this season. Devils, and we're just starting off this season. I love it. Stick with us all season long on Mecca Sports, whether it's the video or also the just the audio. As we mentioned, we'll be up here on Thursday night, weather permitting and all permitting, but good signal up here. We like that. So we'll be up here to watch the girls bring their 7-1 record and 2-0 in the conference against Galesburg. Well, I tell you what, the conference for the men, the boys are going to be really good when you've got, again, the returning champion Moline, Sterling with a heck of a team, East Moline, Rock Island, and the Blue Devils. Devils are going to come out in the one, actually matching up man-to-man right now. Clay's going to get the out of bounds. Wires and Brown are going to help out on this end of the court. Sprick's at half court. Thomas is deep. Breaking through. Ball was lost, but then picked back up and taken off the other way. All the way down. Almost hit the shot. That was Gino Williams. Sprick got the rebound. At the free throw line. Shot just short. Just came off Brown's hands. And here comes Croc Sibbing. Ran into Sprick. Lost the ball, but picked it back up. Ball went out of bounds right in front of Coach Douglas. So with 4:46 left in the first half, Galesburg basketball. And knocked out. Great job by Ralph Wires at half court, knocking the ball away from Gino Williams. I wrote Eugene in here, and I wonder what happened to Gino. Obviously, he shortens it up, but puts it the long name in the program. In the backcourt, here's Taylor. Dom Clay's guarding. Oh, Dom does a good job of pushing him to the left side, into the left corner. That's Hillhouse. Back out to Dom. Dom almost had it. So did Keyshawn. Hillhouse with Tyler Sprick on him. Approaching halfway through the first quarter. On the wing, driving baseline. Wires does a great job of stopping. Clay partially blocks it, and Wires was there too. Good defense by the Blue Devils. Up 8-0. Beautiful night out here. Not a bad crowd either for a Tuesday night with a team 3-3, 1-5 in the conference. Silver Streaks with the ball at the top of the key. Works to the right side. That's Croc Sibbing. He's got Brown on him. Into the high post, quickly back out. 25-footer. No good by Hillhouse. And a rebound by Camden Brown. Camden across the timeline. Down to the right baseline. Back to Sprick at the top. Sprick stops. Goes over left side. Wires inside. Keyshawn misses the shot. Gets the rebound. Second shot, no good. Rebound, Dom Clay, out to Sprick. Sprick hits Clay. Clay decides not to shoot, goes back inside to Brown. Brown spins, Brown goes in, Brown goes up, no good. Camden gets another rebound, and we've got a foul on the arm. Tyree Taylor, so the first one for the Silver Streaks, and the first of the first quarter. Gosh, I love that. Box out of bounds play for the Devils. Tyler Sprick to trigger it. Dom Clay went out to the corner. Camden Brown came in on the left block, got in front of the basket. Nice little short hook. Camden Brown. Brown with his first bucket of the night. 10-0. Devils with a lead. Jump back in the 1-2-2. Camden Brown, Wires, and Clay at the 1-2. Sprick deep, chasing Croc Sibbing around. And on the far side, getting Keith, is Keyshawn Thomas. Devils drop back. Long shot for three. Hillhouse for 22 feet. And gets the first points on the other side for Galesburg. 10-3. Nice shot from way out there where nobody usually guards, so the Devils are going to have to stretch out their defense a little bit. In the half-court set, Sprick from 21. Good! 21, just where Sprick and Coach, before the ball game, were taking three-point shots out there. The net is soft. I tell you, it's one of the better nets I've seen. Long pass. There's Dom Clay. Reaches up, grabs it, steals it. Clay across the timeline. Starts to drive through. Nice little shuffle pass to Keyshawn Thomas for two. Great pass. Clay cut through three guys, and on the last one, whipped it around the waist, and Keyshawn in for the easy layup. Keyshawn now with 4 points. Approaching 2:20. Left in the first quarter. Bad pass. Sprick steals it. Down to Ralph Wires. Ralph goes up, and Ralph stops in front of the basket and lays it in. Ralph's got 5 right now, 17-3. Devils stretching it out and jump back into that 1-2-2. Three-quarter court. Long pass on a backdoor cut. Oh, my goodness. That was awesome. Gino Williams made a backdoor cut on the full court. Dom Clay made a turn, jumped up, and pinned it between the board and the rim, and it stuck. So you get a jump ball on that. Devils won the first jump, so on the alternate possession, it will go back to Galesburg under their own basket on the baseline. Two guys on low block, two at the high post. Turnaround shot, no good, air ball. Good defense by the Devils. Ralph Wires got the rebound. Bradley Loncour's in the game now. Reverses left side, into the left corner. Tyler Sprick, no good. Tipped around. We have a couple other subs too. Good steal by Loncour right at the baseline. Bradley went back up, got fouled, so he'll shoot 2 free throws, the first 2 of the ball game. Substitutions, Bradley came in as well as Cameron Wires. Also, Mark Louthan. Yes, I almost said Jimmy. And the referee just bounces it right by Loncour at the free throw line. So they blow the whistle and recheck it. Brown and Louthan are both on the free throw lane. Ball up, bounces around a couple times, no good. Loncour will have another one. So Sprick stays in the ball game along with Brown. Wow, that was interesting. Lane violation. Wires, I thought, got in there before they bounced the ball to him. And so no free throw there for Bradley Loncour. He will not be charged for that free throw either. So 0 for 1 on him. Here we go. Back to the defense. Three-quarter court. Brown at the point. Loncour and Cameron Wires at half court. Louthan and Sprick deep. Croc Sibbing breaks in. Shoots off. Misses. Sprick gets the rebound on the air ball. Here comes Sprick on a 1-on-3. And both officials are looking, and they'll call a block. And I think the reason they called the block on Hillhouse was he was under the basket, because he definitely got ran over. And Sprick ran him over. Foul went on Hillhouse, his second personal foul. And the second team foul. We actually checked that. 3 team fouls now. And all on Hillhouse. Oh, that's his points. Sorry about that. The other one's on Tyree Taylor. First free throw is good by Tyler Sprick. Tyler has another. Second one good as well. 2 for 2, buzzer goes. Substitutions come in, 19-3. Devils with the lead. Isaiah Talton comes into the ball game, gives Sprick a break. Devils still coming out in their 1-2-2 three-quarter court. Long pass from Tyler down low, and Cameron Wires a little bump. He tried to stop, checked him a little bit, and they're going to give him 2 shots. So Gino Williams, he'll have a chance of shooting 2 free throws. For Cameron, his first personal foul and the second team foul of the first quarter. Coach Douglas, Coach Brown, Coach Bonas, all wearing their khaki shorts with their tennis shoes and their white pullover. Doing business style today. Taking care of business. Gino Williams hits the first one. We'll have another that cut into an initial 10-point run by the Devils to start the game, and another 9-point run after that. 2 for 2 by Gino. 19-5. Devils with the ball in the half-court set. Talton, right side, back to the top. Got a 2-guard offense up high. Loncourt. Oh, and a nice pass there to Louthan. Louthan goes right block to left block for the reverse layup. Give the assist to Loncourt. Give the basket to Louthan. Devils up 21. And there's Brown with a steal. 23-5. Not up 21, but almost up 18. Brown now with 4 points. Right back in the full court defense, three-quarter court defense. Top of the key, Taylor, across the timeline. Driving to the basket on the far side, coming up short, but getting fouled, I believe, by Talton, was Gino Williams again. So Gino's going to shoot 2 more. This foul was called on Talton. For Talton, that's his first foul. And the team's third. So we've got both teams with 3 fouls in the first quarter. For all those that are new to the game or haven't paid attention this year, it's the new high school rule. And it's basically there is no bonus. 7 personal fouls in a half, and 10, you get double bonus. This year it is 5 per quarter. You get 2 shots. So the first time you hit 5, it's 2 shots. And then you start right back in the next quarter at 0. Gino gets the second of the free throws. 23-6. Devils. Brown, left side, pulls up, 6-footer. No good. Jace Keith with the rebound for Galesburg. Outlets over here to Croc-Sibbing. Across the timeline, Wires picks him up. Talton helps out. Good job by Isaiah. At the right elbow, shot no good. Louthan with a rebound for the Devils. Down to 18 seconds and counting. Last shot should be the Devils in the first quarter. Loncourt's at half court on the right side, right by the John Thiel Gymnasium logo. As we get the Silver Streaks. Loncourt drives. Loncourt slices through, and good job by BL3. And there's your buzzer for the first quarter. After 1 quarter here at Galesburg, the Quincy High Blue Devils 25, and the Galesburg Silver Streaks 6. And if you'd like to be a sponsor, if you'd like to support your team, whether it's the Blue Devils, the QHS Blue Devil Girls, the Raiders, or the Lady Raiders, or maybe you want to market your business, or you just want to support it and see Mecca Sports be successful, give us a holler, meccasportsco.com. You can also look at the phone number on the website. That would be the Facebook website. The 815 number is Coach Pettit's. And I don't think mine's up there, but I'll be glad to pass it out there as it's 242-1309. Feel free to give a shout out if you'd like. Coach Longo is always really good at that. Coach Matt Longo, he'd tell you who was talking to us and who was listening to us where, and lots of fun. So feel free to give a shout. We know Coach Pettit and his wife are listening up in Rockford. Terry Thompson said he was going to listen from South Dakota. Got fans all over the place. Oh, we save a shout out to Carl Rylander too. Carl, of course, is a big Blue Devil fan and actually a John Wood fan. Pretty well a sports fan in Quincy anyway. Ran into little health issues in this last week, so Carl, get well. Starting the second quarter up, Blue Devils will have the basketball. And it'll be Dom Clay, Cameron Wires, BL3, Mark Louthan, and Isaiah Talton, same way we ended the first quarter. Devils lead 25-6. Loncourt on the left side. Clay comes up top of the key to pick it up. In the high post to Louthan. He'll stay to the right side to Cameron Wires. Cameron's still over here on the right. Cameron works his way, then kicks it in the left corner. Talton for three. Good! Isaiah Talton, his first bucket. He hits a three. Devils right now in the first quarter had 3 trays, added the fourth one right here in the second quarter. 28-6. Jace Keith. And Louthan was playing defense, but a little too much hands on the hip. So for Mark, it's going to be his first foul and the first foul of the second quarter. Yeah, as we mentioned, stick with us all week long. Off tomorrow night. Thursday, we should be up here for the Quincy High girls. And then we turn around Friday. Sterling at home. That should be a great matchup. Louthan knocks the ball away, tries to get it at the end of the baseline, runs out of room. And then, of course, Saturday, Chaminade, 9 o'clock, the Norm Stewart Classic. Norm, of course, the great coach for Mizzou. And George Schultz was his assistant coach and helped write the book, Coaching Basketball. And Mike Foster, you find him in the book as a freshman in a lot of the pictures. Mike Foster was a heck of an athlete, heck of a quarterback, as well as a basketball player. Keith inside, and he hung up there long enough to get Talton in the air. Isaiah is going to commit his second foul and the second team foul of the second quarter. Heading to the line will be Jace Keith. Has not scored yet. 3 out of 4 for Gino Williams at the line, and the three-pointer by Jackson Hillhouse. 7:03 left in the first. Stick around halftime. We'll talk about the schedules, talk about the other teams in the area, in the high school, as well as the college action. Lots of weekend action, as I gave in the pregame show for the colleges. John Wood and Culver Stockton, John Wood, Culver Stockton, and Quincy University, all with 2 games this weekend. First free throw was good by Jace Keith. Second one is no good. 28-7. Keith with his first points. Devils in half-court set. Back in the game is Keyshawn Thomas on the short block. Louthan makes a cut to the basket, lost the handle on the ball and travels. Good pass from the short corner, between the short corner and the block. Louthan gets a break now. So now we've got Wires and Wires. Cameron on this end, and there's Ralph on the other end. BL3, Dom Clay, and Keyshawn Thomas. In the backcourt with the 1-2-2, three-quarter court. Hillhouse across the timeline. Matching up man-to-man, a little late getting to the guy. In the right corner, and Gino Williams hits a three from the right corner. Rotation wasn't fast enough. 31-7. Devils looked inside to Thomas on the left block. Reverse it right side. BL3 for 23, just off the front of the iron and out of bounds. I don't think Coach wanted that shot that quick. Yeah, that or it was a situation where Thomas should have been open down below. Devils will drop back, and they'll drop back to half court on their defense now, picking up man-to-man. Longcore's got his man on the far side. Gino Williams. Hillhouse is being guarded by Clay on the left side. Keyshawn has Jace Keith. Ball works right side. New sub in the ball game. That was Cody Jones. Cody's being guarded by Wires. There's Cody with the basketball again. Cameron's good defensive form. And then here's Ralph right on top of it. Shot over the basket. New sub in there was Jackson Wyatt. Here's the Devils. Good job by Wires. Saved the ball before he came down and stepped out of bounds. Clay took the three from the left side and missed it. And on the rebound, oh, they called it on Thomas? He was way down court, I thought. All right, Keyshawn Thomas with the foul. His first, third team foul of the second quarter. 5:42 left before halftime. Substitutions come in. Tyree Taylor comes back into the ball game. Hillhouse is still there, as well as Gino Williams. And deep, there's a tip ball. Good job by Wires. To Wires. Now to Clay. Clay, oh, a great shuffle. Brings the ball up with the left hand. Rolls it in, gets fouled, and he'll have a chance at a blue-collar three. Dom's first points of the night. Devils led 25-6 after one. They put up 8-1 so far in the second quarter. Coach is back against the bench talking to the wires. Wires to wires. And substitution coming back out was Cody Jones. I thought Cody Jones was in already. He must have went out because Hillhouse now went out. So while Dom Clay tries to complete the three-point play with BL3 in the lane, Wyatt, Keith, Jones, and he does. Dom Clay with 3 now. Great play and a great pass there by Wires. 32-10. Wires steals the ball, and Cameron bumped into the guy, called for a player control foul. Cameron's second foul, and the 4th foul in the second quarter. 30-second timeout now with 5:20 left in the first half. 31-10, not okay. I had forgotten to put that three-pointer in there by Gino Williams. Wondering how we got that extra point. So 31-10. Devils with a lead. Time to get my eraser out there, folks. Got a little ahead of myself and gave the Blue Devils an extra couple points. I'll tell you, Galesburg has had some impressive programs over the years, too, when you look at their banners. 1997, girls 4th place at state. 1998, girls Elite 8. Boys in 1998, state runner-up. 99, the girls again. 2000, the girls again. 2001, 2002. Impressive indeed. All right, Devils are back on defense. Ball passed inside. And Dom Clay is going to commit the foul. Gino got up in the air. So Gino's going to get a chance to shoot 2 more free throws. He's 3 for 4 so far on the night. Dom Clay his second. And so now we're on the double bonus. And so for the last 5:08 left in the first half, 2 shots for every foul. So these are the quarters then too that can cost you. And you really can't foul people late in the game when you've got looking for bad free throw shooters, because you get 2 shots no matter what. And Gino hits the first free throw. He'll have 1 more. As we mentioned, Gino, 2 for 2. So he's 5 for 6 so far. He's got 8 points. Devils in transition. Right wing. Shot for 3. Good. It rolls around, does a 360. Dom Clay gets a 3. For Dom Clay right now, he's got 6 straight points. Devils jump back in the full court defense. Ball across the timeline now. Gino Williams has it. Ralph Wires guards him. 35, 40 feet from the basket. Couple good spin moves. Keyshawn Thomas comes up. Thomas does a great job of coming up, straight up and down, and Gino still shot the ball over him and made it. Inside, Wires kicks it back out. Brown takes the 3, just misses off the right side. Here's Gino Williams with the basketball again. Keyshawn Thomas picks him up right away. Ooh, almost a step there. Long 3, no good. Rebounded Camden Brown. Outlets right side. Into the left corner, Sprick. Sprick then hands it off to Clay and screens for him. 3-pointer was no good. Back to Galesburg, 34-14. Gino goes to the left side. Picking the ball back up is Jace Keith. Keith will come down to the left corner. It goes into the corner, then right back down to Keith on the baseline. Little turnaround shot. Nice shot by Keith. A fadeaway against Keyshawn Thomas. 34-15. Goes inside. Thomas. Good, strong move with 3 Galesburg Silver Streaks around him. He now has 6. 36-15. Gino Williams in the half-court set offensively. 1-2-2 now coming in the half-court set. Long 3-pointer and too long. A 26-footer from 22 feet. Clean over the basket, not out of bounds. Here comes BL3, and Dom Clay gets a break. So we've got Ralph Wires, BL3, Camden Brown, Tyler Sprick, and Keyshawn Thomas in. In the left corner is Sprick, the right corner is Brown. On the left low block is Thomas. Wires brings it down, and on the right side, in a 2-guard front, is Bradley Loncourt III. Left wing, here comes a flash from the high post is Camden Brown. In the low block, kick from the right block to the left corner. Check the right corner, good from 3. BL3, give the assist to Keyshawn Thomas. BL3 set up in the right corner. And from the right corner of the left block is where Keyshawn brought two guys. Oh, here's Brown with a steal. Brown up, throws it down with a tomahawk. Brown with 6 now with a steal in the backcourt and an impressive dunk. 41-16. Here's Ralph Wires, passes it off to Brown. Brown gets it inside, good. Give Wires the assist, give Brown another basket. Camden Brown now with 8. Immediately back into three-quarter court defense. Keyshawn Thomas comes all the way up to half court to pick up Jace Keith. Keith tries a crossover, goes between the legs, and Keyshawn gets called for a little bit touch foul, but he had his hands out. You can't do that. So for Thomas, his second foul, and we're beyond the 5 fouls, so the double bonus will come for Jace Keith. Keith's got some good moves here. As we mentioned, at the end of last season, he was playing some pretty good basketball. And with Dominic hurt, he's got to pick up some of the slack. First one rattles around, and no good. Hillhouse is going to go out. Gino Williams is coming back in for Galesburg. One shot, Keith. Everybody but Tyler Sprick is in the lane for the Blue Devils. Defensive rebounding. Second one is good. Keith now with 4 points. That broke into a run again. Here's BL3. Right wing, gives it to Wires. Wires almost takes a step. Out to Brown. Brown at the free throw line. Goes Sprick left side. Good for 3. Tyler Sprick is firing up threes. 17 on the other side. 43 for the Devils. Nope, check that 45. I forgot to add Tyler Sprick's basket. And actually, after I look at that, 46, it was a 3. Galesburg loses the ball out of bounds. 46-17. 2 minutes left for halftime. We'll check the scoring in the first half, break it down, and we'll break down some of the action coming up. BL3. Great job of a bounce pass inside. Louthan then kicks it back outside. 3 in the left corner. Ralph Wires with a 3. Tell you what, the Devils are doing some nice shooting tonight. 49-17. Galesburg's 3-3, but they're probably on the bottom 5. Of course, Alleman and Geneseo are probably the bottom 2 teams, but they're trying to build back up. Keith was in trouble. He got the ball away to Gino Williams. Williams tried to turn around. Louthan was there. He got triple teamed. Goes left side to Taylor. Taylor's 3 no good. Wires with the rebound. That would be Ralph. Ralph back between his legs. Sprick back out to BL3. He stops at 14. Shot good. Nice move by Bradley. Bradley stops at 14, hits the shot. He's now got 7. 51-17. Here's another steal. Bradley up, finger roll, good. And with 50 seconds left in the first half, Galesburg decides to call a timeout. Loncourt now has 9 points. Devils on another 10-point run. They had a 10-point run in the first quarter to start the game off. After a 3-pointer by Galesburg, there was a 9-point run, led 19-3. Couple free throws. Devils hit a couple baskets. And after 2 more baskets, it was 25-16 at halftime. Start the second quarter off. Galesburg did a good job to start the quarter off as they led 6-6 actually. Devils got another basket, and then the Devils had a nice little run there. They put a 9-point run together. And right now they're in the middle of a 10-point run. 51-6. Devils going to drop back to half court, pick everybody up there. Gino Williams will bring it up along with Tyree Taylor. Taylor down the left side. New sub into the ball game. Demetrius Watson. Staying on the left side is Taylor. Taylor will hand it off. That's Wyatt, Jackson Wyatt. That's their center. Not bad height, but not super tall. Right side. Gino Williams gets it back at the top of the key. Williams hits it for 3. Gino Williams picking it up here for Galesburg. All the way down court. Lathan gets it. Give the assist to BL3. Give Mark Lathan a bucket. Good job there. 55-20. Inside 10 seconds. Gino Williams drives, and we've got between Longcore and Wires. Looks like Wires. So for Ralph, his first. And again, we've been in the double bonus. First quarter, 3 free throws, 2 for 3 for Gino Williams. Second quarter, Gino's got 2 for 2. Keith's got 2 for 4. Now Gino's got 2 for 3. 1 left, 5.1 seconds. Devils up with a 55-20 lead. Longcore's deep in the front court, so is Tyler Sprick right at half court. So looking for one last shot. No good. And rebounded by Taylor. Taylor in the corner caught it. Gino Williams' shot was partially blocked. And thank goodness Tyler Sprick came over on the weak side and caught part of the ball, because Demetrius Watson got the ball and had a layup, and he partially blocked it. So that is halftime now. The score, Quincy High Blue Devils 55 and the Galesburg Silver Streaks 20. We'll take this moment of silence, not for any other reason than the fact that I can work on the stats. We don't have Coach Pettit here tonight to break stuff down. And we're working on putting our ads in there. But we do have our Cunis country. Check that, Cunis Honda and Cunis Hyundai. And they've been with us, and they'll be with us for the coaches' comments. And we'll get their ads in there too. But do mark your calendar, Sunday, December 17th. That will be Cunis Day at the Festival of Lights. It's halftime. We'll have a couple moments of silence here as we let the Pom Pom squad perform for us here for the Galesburg Silver Streaks. Halftime score, Quincy 55, Galesburg 20. That was the Galesburg Silver Streaks Pom Pom squad. Nice job out there. Well, here's how it looks so far in this ball game. It's been a quick one. It'll be a quicker one in the second half, it looks like, as the Devils got the opening tip, put 10 points up on the board. 3 by Galesburg, 10-3. Devils would run 9 more points off. It would be 19-3. 2 free throws, and that was by Gino Williams, made it 19-5. Devils got up 23-5, 23-6 after a free throw, and the last basket of the first quarter made it 25-6. Second quarter, Devils started off with a bucket. Then it was 4 straight points, and it was probably all by Gino, although I think maybe Jace Keith also scored in there. Devils got up with a old-fashioned three-point play, 31-10. 2 more free throws the other way. After trading back a couple more baskets, 34-15, Devils with a lead. And then the Devils on a 9-point run got up by 26. Check that. Actually, 9-point run. Got up by 28 there. A basket by Galesburg. A 3-pointer by the Blue Devils, which led on to a 10-point run, up 53-17. 3-pointer on the other side by Gino Williams made it 53-20. And the Devils scored the last 2 points of the half, 55-20. Looking at the scoring so far in the first half, very balanced scoring for the Blue Devils. We've got Tyler Sprick with 11 points. That includes 3 trays. You've got 9 points out of BL3. He has 1 tray. That's a 3, by the way, behind the arc. 8 points by Ralph Wires. 2 more trays. 8 points by Camden Brown. Did not fire one from outside. 6 points out of Keyshawn Thomas. 6 points from Dom Clay. 4 from Mark Louthan. And another 3-pointer by Talton. So 7 threes in the first half by the Blue Devils. Really shooting nice on this brand new net on this end. They'll be heading the other way the next half. On the other side, Gino Williams in the first quarter had 3 for 4 from the charity stripe. Started off the second quarter and got on fire. He led all scorers with 13 points in the first half. Jace Keith had 4, and then you had Jackson Hillhouse with a 3 from outside. So that's your scoring in the first half. As we mentioned too, all kinds of fun and excitement coming up. Let's break down the schedule and take a look at what's happening. Of course, the big games will be Friday night for the Blue Devils, as they'll have Sterling, and we'll check a score maybe here in a second if we can. I've got a feeling that we're going to get our game done long before we get any final scores. But with that, you had next week, Quincy playing, that's today. Quincy hosting Sterling on Friday night. Galesburg, East Moline, Friday night at Galesburg, right here. Geneseo hosts Alleman, and Moline hosts Rock Island. That's on Friday, December 8th. And then the next conference game will be on the 15th when Quincy's at East Moline. Sterling is hosting Alleman. Rock Island is hosting Geneseo. And Galesburg is hosting Moline, and that's on December 15th. Glad to see BL3 back in the lineup. Devils are doing a great job on defense of putting pressure on the Silver Streaks and then turning it into a quick 2 points. Let's take our look at our mechasportscode.com schedule coming up. Tomorrow's an off night. That's Wednesday. On Thursday, December 7th. By the way, the QND Lady Raiders, they'll be hosting West Hancock at home on Thursday night. We'll be right here in Galesburg again, as the Quincy High girls will take on Galesburg at 7 o'clock. Friday night then, Blue Devils back to Blue Devil Gymnasium, Sterling. Then on Saturday, as we mentioned 2 or 3 times, Mizzou, Norm Stewart, Classic. That'll be 9 o'clock at night. Should be Coach Pettit and I down there, and should be a lot of fun down at Mizzou. And we hope, we're trying to get somebody to maybe make a trip with us. Somebody very familiar with the Mizzou Tigers. We get into next week, and on Monday night, the Lady Raiders are playing Havana at home at 6:30. Tuesday night, we've got a couple situations. We got Quincy High hosting Webster Groves at home, and out at the pit, starting off at 6 o'clock, QND Lady Raiders will take on Palmyra, followed by the Palmyra Tigers taking on the QND Raiders themselves. Last week, 2 losses, I believe, the first night. Sorry I missed that one out there. Coach Meyer and Raiders, a little under the weather there. They will take on, double check, Palmyra also on Tuesday night at 7:30. Wednesday will be another night off, and then Thursday, Friday will be that matchup we talked about like this week. On Thursday night, East Moline, UT, as the girls are playing up there in the conference matchup. Then on Friday night, the Blue Devils themselves will be at East Moline. So 2 trips up to East Moline or a overnight stay, we'll find out. Saturday, we're going to have to check our schedule out to see if we'll be able to get all those games in. We've got the QND Lady Raiders at noon against Troy Buchanan at the John Wood Rumble. Then right after that, against Cairo, will be the Quincy High Blue Devil girls. And then, getting done with that, we'll make a trip across town to the pit, where it'll be the Quincy High Blue Devils and the QND Raiders, the crosstown matchup. So lots of action in the next 2 weeks. I might as well give you the next week, because after that it's Christmas time. Real good 4 games in a row on the 18th through the 21st. On that Monday, QND Lady Raiders and the Central Southeastern Suns. Matt Long, Eric Orn, 2 of the best coaches in our area, if not in the state. Definitely in the state. They'll be matched up against each other. On Tuesday, the 18th, check that, the 19th, the Blue Devils will travel over to Springfield to take on the Senators Then on Wednesday, the QND Lady Raiders are at the John Wood Rumble taking on Burlington. And then on that Thursday at Payson Seymour, we'll go up and see Coach Dushinsky as the QND Raiders will be playing at Payson. So that's our wrap-up before Christmas time. And then, of course, at Christmas time, Devils are at Collinsville, Raiders at the State Farm. And this year, the Quincy High Blue Devil girls are at State Farm as well in the large school. So they'll be all up there. That'll be great for Coach Dance because he not only coaches the ladies team, but also his son plays point guard for the Raiders as a senior. I think that's all right. Senior or junior? Got to double check that. I think he's a senior. Too many kids in rosters right now. Focus on one at a time. That's called the Blue Devils and the Silver Streaks. Ready to start the second half. Silver Streaks are worked left to right on your dial. Devils will work the opposite way. Gino Williams will have the basketball along with Croc-Sibbing. That's Jackson Croc-Sibbing. Hillhouse with 2 fouls on the left wing. Checking that out is Tyree Taylor. And then Jace Keith rounds out the lineup. Right wing Hillhouse, he'll back out 40 feet from the basket. Top of the key to Williams, being guarded by Tyler Sprick. Lineup is as the way the Devils started. Ralph Wires, Tyler Sprick, Dom Clay, Camden Brown, and Keyshawn Thomas. Good defense from the Devils, pushing the ball out 35, 40 feet. Hillhouse on the right side. He's going to step back and take a 25-footer. Check that now, it's more like a 21-footer. My eyes aren't that bad. Long pass down court. Taylor gets just a piece of it in the right corner in front of Coach Douglas. Alters the ball, the path of the ball. Sprick touches it as it goes out of bounds. Devils will drop back half court as they start the second half, leading 55-20. Right side, Hillhouse. Cutting to the basket, Gino Williams. Great defense there. Dom Clay came over, jumped up, straight up. Did not come towards Williams. And the ball went to the other side. Devils have it. Bounces it inside to Thomas. On the right block, Thomas turns, short hook, good. Nice soft touch there by Keyshawn as it dribbled just over the rim. He now has 8 points. Back on defense, Devils are going to match up man-to-man. A lot of man-to-man in the Thanksgiving tournament. They ran their 1-2-2, but more man. Oh, good move by Jace Keith. Got by Thomas. Help was there too, but it was to no avail. He got the ball up and it was already shot. There's Ralph Wires. Matching up with Clay at the top. Into the high post, Camden Brown. He's on the left high post. Looking inside. Oh, a great move to the basket. Off the glass, no good, but a one-hand tip on the weak side by Keyshawn Thomas. He's got a 4-2 lead in the second half. 59-22, 6 minutes left, third quarter action. Driving it into the basket, Croc Simpson, watching him getting double teamed. And as he made the extra move, Devils reached in, grabbed the arm. Dom Clay, first foul of the second half, his third foul. So the first foul of the third quarter. Gino Williams in, stepping in and taking the three-pointer. Tyree Taylor, no good. Weak side is Wires. Wires in transition. Wires, ooh, a little bit cute of a pass. He's trying to shuffle it from the waist. Tried to get it inside, but it was kind of a no look. And on the other end, Galesburg throws the ball away right in front of the cheerleaders. Of course, our cheerleaders we had here, I think it was last year, we had the flip-off as they went up and down the court along with the Blue Devil cheerleaders. Blue Devil cheerleaders are not here during the weeknight. Camden Brown has the ball off the right side to Tyler Sprick. His three, no good. Bounces up high. Clay tries to go up. Tyree Taylor with a great rebound by Galesburg. Into the high post, Jace Keith tries to work against Thomas. Thomas partially blocks the shot. Weak side rebound. Dom Clay, long outlet. And down to a two-hand dunk. Camden Brown came down the lane, stopped with 2 feet, went up and threw it down. He now has 10. Give the assist to Wires. Good play. That was some nice springs there by Camden. Jace Keith trying to work against Thomas. Thomas doing a good job against a slightly quicker man. Keyshawn will probably tell me no. Rebound by Camden Brown. Here come the Devils. Galesburg gets back. In the left corner, Ralph Wires will bring it back to the top of the key. Reverse ball to the right side. Back into the high post now. Keyshawn Thomas hands it off to Dom. Dom to the left side to Wires. Wires being guarded by Croc Sibbing. Camden Brown will come help. Gino Williams has him man-to-man. Keyshawn, 16 feet off the left. Keyshawn steps to the basket. Oh, my. Said it was a block shot. All right, here we go. Gino Williams. Left side, shot for three. Oh, it rolls in and out for Tyree Taylor. Camden Brown looks and smiles as Jace Keith and Gino Williams were both there with him. He looks and smiles and says, a little bit of the arm, maybe a little brush. Good sense of humor there. Camden, of course, missed his sophomore year being hurt in football, so he decided not to play football his junior year. On the out-of-bounds play, nice shot. Jackson Croc Sibbing, his first bucket, he hits a three from the right corner. 61-25, inside 4 minutes of the third quarter. There's Don O'Brien sitting over there, not in his seat that he did as a high schooler. Keyshawn on the right side with Camden. Camden puts a screen on and then rolls. Ball versus the left side. Tyler Sprick. He's got Ralph Wires. Ralph takes one step in, fires a three, no good, but Sprick gets the rebound. Sprick goes to the right corner. And Sprick bumped Gino Williams. They call a charge on him as Camden Brown set up for the three-pointer. For Tyler, his first personal foul and the second team foul of the second quarter. Jeff Wellman with you here. MeccaSportsCo.com. Coach Pettit will be back with us. Coach lives in Rockford, and teaches outside a ways from Rockford. Weekdays are tough. Galesburg has the basketball. Inside. Turnaround shot. No good. Wyatt. Rebound there by Camden Brown. Thomas outlet to BL3 who just checked in. Camden Wires and Talton also. Talton, left corner. Good. Talton with another three-pointer. Isaiah hit one in the second quarter. He now has two of them. That was right about at double digits on the three-pointers. Good crossover by Gino Williams. Williams crossed over on Cameron Wires. He wasn't paying attention. He brought it back to the left, went to the basket. Help was there, but Gino's going to the line to shoot a couple more free throws. Williams does a good job of finding the holes. They put up their fourth foul. That's one foul. Shot, no good. Keyshawn Thomas with the rebound. That was Camden's first foul. BL3, dribbles, spins in the lane, kicks it back out. He's got it now at 35 feet out. You hear the D up there by the Silver Street call. 3 fouls, by the way, on the Devils. Shot, no good. Talton kept it alive, but tips it out to Croc Sibbing. Brings it down, 1-on-3. Goes to the floor, but Camden played great defense. Keyshawn Thomas got the rebound. Good job by Bradley Long with a third. Slid in, did not go up too high, so he didn't get undercut or knocked down. Again, he's recovering from an injury. 66. Here's a steal by Talton. Great job by Talton. Talton misses. Sprick tips. Check that. BL3 tips. Good job by BL3 at 68-25. Nice little 7-point run. BL3. 10 points this quarter. 4 points this quarter. 13 points in the game. And a turnover here on Galesburg. Substitutions coming in. Taylor takes a break. Also in the break on the far side is Croc Sibbing. Check who came in a second. Down the low block. Oh, and a no-look bounce pass inside to Louthan. Give Lathan the assist. Give Louthan the basket. For Mark, he's got 6 points. 70-25. Long shot from outside by Hillhouse. Good hustle by Cody Davis. Trying to get over the back of the new sub in our first time in, Jarius Rice. So you got Rice and Cameron Wires in the backcourt. BL3, Isaiah Talton, and Mark Louthan. Oh, great move in between 2 or 3 players. It just rolled off the rim for Bradley Longcore. Jump ball on a held ball on the rebound. So with 1:15 left in the third, 70-25. Devils on a 9-point run and will have the basketball under their own basket. They lob it up to Louthan. Louthan tried to shoot it before he had it. Cameron Wires picks it up. Talton right corner, and will kick it back out. Longcore tells Cameron, swing through. Longcore has it at the top of the key. Bradley backs out behind the right arc. Starts to make a drive. Goes all the way into the lane. Oh, and he just let the finger roll up on the weak side. Didn't get it over the rim. He had a great move on that one. So with 51.5. Foul was on Mark Louthan. 4th team foul in this quarter, and his 2nd foul. Approaching the end of the 3rd quarter, still 45 seconds and counting. Top of the key, Gino Williams. BL3 has him. Cody Davis with Talton on him. Isaiah doing a great job into the high post. Wyatt had nowhere to go, but still takes a shot as a fadeaway. And then Rice and Wires both miss the rebound. Heading in was Gino Williams, and I believe BL3 will be called for the foul. Yep, Brad Longcore has his 2nd. Team 5, so will be 2 free throws the rest of the 28.8 seconds of the 3rd quarter. Gino's first one. I think Gino's getting a little tired there. Only 5 points in this quarter. Not sure if Gino missed 2 or if we didn't get any free throws the last time. He's got another one. Also in the game now, new Ethan Oxley. He missed 2 in a row. Rice with the rebound. Good job by the Devils. Talton in a break. Oh, and Talton goes from the right block to the left, and it's good. Louthan with the basket. He'll have a chance at the blue collar 3. Nice job by Talton with the assist. 20.9 left in the 3rd. 72-25, 11 straight points. Missed it. Cameron Wires with a rebound. Devils have another shot. In the right corner, Rice. He'll go into Louthan. Louthan in the short corner. Louthan makes a spin. Louthan kicks it out left corner. Back out. BL3 decides to reset. Good job. 6 seconds left. 5. Longcore kicks it in the corner. Talton's going to fire for 3. Good at the buzzer. Give Longcore the assist. Give Talton another 3. Devils close out the quarter. 75. I guess he was standing on the line a little bit. So everything good about that except for just maybe getting 1 more point. Actually, now that I check it, it was. We did not make that free throw last time. So after 3 quarters, the Quincy High Blue Devils 75, the Galesburg Silver Streaks 25. Better check Talton on that again. Talton now has 3 trays. We go back up there, and Dom's got 1. 1 for BL3. 3 for Sprick. That makes 8. And 2 for Wires, 9, 10. So Devils through 3 quarters have shot 10 3-pointers. Good job by the Devils. Got 1 more quarter. And since it's 50 points, the clock is going to run. And thank you to those checking in to let us know you're on. That cuts down the stress pretty much there, folks. Oh, what a great time of year. Basketball in Quincy. We've got some of the best programs, all 4 of them. Probably the Lady Raiders probably have the best records of all, but it is the mecca of high school sports. Here we are in the last quarter. Galesburg has the ball. Driving to the basket, and that's good. Nice move there by Jackson Croc-Sibbing. We've got all new subs in, and that just killed the 14-point run by the Devils. Checking the Devils lineup now. A lot of new names out there. Rico Clay, that's Dom's brother. He's in the ball game. Also in the ball game, Seth Rupert. Of course, you remember the Ruperts, both cousins and his brother. Drive to the basket. Another nice move by Jackson Sibbing, Croc-Sibbing. Also in there, as we check the lineup out. Oh, a charge. Seth Rupert, his first foul. And the team's first of the 4th quarter. So rounding out the rest of that lineup for the Blue Devils, Cale Eckhoff wears number 30, and then also number 23, Jarius Rice for the Devils. Devils on defense. Oh, and a great block by Rico Clay. Rico came over, picked up Croc Sibbing. He had 2 drives in a row. He goes, not this time. Nice jumping ability there. Both the Clays can jump. Ball out of bounds for Galesburg under their own basket. Picking up right there into the ball game, Ty Douglas. Croc Sibbing kicks it out right side. Shot from outside for 3, no good. Rebound. Rupert. Seth has the rebound. No, check that. That was Gale Eckhoff. Good job there, Gale. Cale. Inside. No good. Losing the rebound. Didn't get his hands on it. Was Jarius. Yeah, it was Ty Douglas. 22 and 23. How easy it is to. Oh, Cody Davis had a 15, 16-footer and passed it up. Ethan Oxley had come in for the Galesburg Silver Streaks. Right side, Wyatt comes back out high. That's Tyree Taylor. Taylor with the basketball being guarded by Rico Clay. Pulls up. Shot, no good. It rolls in and out. But a rebound, Tyree Taylor, his own rebound. He has not scored yet today, but he'll have a chance at free throws right now for the Devils. Second team foul. Rico Clay, his first team foul. Nobody really in foul trouble. All the starters are out for the day. Good game by all the starters. Work together as a team tonight. Taylor misses his free throw. Second half has been tough for Galesburg. 4 straight misses by Gino Williams and a miss by Taylor, so 0 for 5 in the second half as long as those 1-2 were right. Finally, Taylor breaks in. All the scoring in this quarter has been by Galesburg. 30 now. Shot from the left side, no good. Good hustle by the Silver Streaks to grab that ball. 75-30. Got a double check there. Shot taken. And we've got a foul on Rice, I believe. We'll check that. And that foul was on Rice. His first. And the team's third in this quarter. First free throw is good by Jackson Croc Sibbing. He'll have one more. Second one rolls off. Stepping in is Rice. Got the rebound. Brings it down the right side across the timeline. Inside 4 minutes of this ball game. Kicks it out. Rico Clay from the left side for 3. Rico with his first bucket. And another 3, number 11 for the Blue Devils. And it breaks that little 5-point run by Galesburg. Pick and roll. Clay steals it. Grab it, Rico. There you go. And falling on his ankle. Rico did not go down. Colton Huff, his first foul of the second half for Galesburg. Wow. But I guess when you're not near the ball, it's kind of hard to foul. Substitute now. Leaving the ball game, Cody Jones for Galesburg. In the ball game, Rakeem McKellen. He's in there with Taylor. We'll check that in a second as we follow the basketball. 20-footer. Good shot by 3. And that was a nice shot there by Cale Eckhoff. He fires a 3 from outside. 81-31. Double checking that. Guess that was a 3-pointer, the last one. 81-31. Galesburg with the basketball. Man-to-man coming from the Devils. Pull-up, 12-footer, no good. Rebound by Rice. Jarius is out, running. Saving the ball before it goes out of bounds. Seth Rupert into the high post. Quickly right back out. Cale Eckhoff into the right corner. Good pass, no good on the 3. Shot was taken by Rice from the right corner. Nice behind-the-back dribble by Croc Sibbing in the open court. Took an extra step in there and got the ball to roll into the rim. I'm sure they weren't going to call that traveling with 2 minutes left in the ball game, 81-33. Right side, good. I'll tell you what, Cale Eckhoff has hit a couple shots and looks good out there. That was another three-pointer, 84-33. Oh, Devils with three guys around. They let Tyree Taylor get an offensive rebound under the basket. Foul was called on 23. That's Rice. It's his second foul. Fourth team foul. A 360 shot by Taylor goes right around the rim. They've had two or three of those tonight that have done 360s and spun out. Devils got four. Rebounding on the defensive side. Shot is good. So they're only making one at a time. For Taylor, 2 free throws. He's 2 for 4 on the night. We're inside 1 minute left. Devils are going to end up moving to 5-0. 2-0 in the conference. Inside, a great backdoor cut by Dom Clay, and Cale Eckhoff with a great pass. That was awesome. I'll tell you what, these guys coming in now have really done a really nice job tonight. Filling in at the very end here. 86-34. 35 seconds, and the ball gets thrown out of bounds. New sub in here. Toby Kavunina. Too many vowels in that one. Devils are just going to hold on to the basketball. We're inside 20 seconds. All the Devils just stand there, so good job by the Devils tonight. Defensively initially. Offensively, three-pointers. They were a great shooting night. You could tell before the game tonight when the guys were shooting with Coach, it was going to be a good night shooting, and there's the buzzer. Your final score, your Quincy High Blue Devils 86, the Galesburg Silver Streaks 34. Galesburg will fall to 3-4 and 0-2 in the conference, and the Blue Devils will finish up tonight 5-0 and 2-0 in the conference. So now the Devils can turn and focus 3 days from now at Quincy High, home against Sterling, and we'll try to maybe pick up the scores while we're in the post game to see what Sterling has done against Rock Island. But your final score here at John Thiel Gymnasium, Quincy High 86 and Galesburg 34. We're back in a minute. And Jeff Wellman back here at Galesburg John Thiel Gymnasium as we get ready for the post game out here. Devils did a nice job tonight getting after it on defense. A couple key players were missing there for Galesburg, but I don't think it would have made a lot of difference. But great job on defense and getting out and hitting the threes. I'll give you the unofficial scoring right now as I tried to put it together as fast as I can. Leading the way for the Blue Devils tonight, 2 players with 11. That's Tyler Sprick and Bradley Loncourt Jr. 10 points out of Camden Brown. 10 points out of Keyshawn Thomas. 9 from Isaiah Talton. He had 3 trays in the ball game. 8 from Ralph Wires. 8 from Mark Louthen. And dropped down to 6 by Cale Eckhoff. Nice job by him coming in there late. He was in very late in the ball game. Dom Clay had 6, 5 points from Rico Clay in the ball game, but not scoring tonight. Jarius Rice, Ty Douglas, also Seth Rupert gets in the ball game, and Cameron Wires plays a lot of the ball game, does not score, but didn't have to score. So that's your round out there for 86. Might be 85, but 86 is their final for the Blue Devils. On the other side, for Galesburg, 13 points at half by Geno Williams. He did not score the rest of the ball game. Picking up the second half, Jackson Croc Sibbing had a 3 in the third, and he had 7 in the fourth, so he had 10. 2 out of 4 for Tyree Taylor on the line. Also, Cody Jones came in but did not score. 6 points from Jace Keith, and 3 points out of Jackson Hillhouse. Had a number of players that did not score in the ball game. So the Devils now 5-0. Check that. Yep, 5-0. 2-0 in the conference. 3-4 for Galesburg. 0-2 in the conference. Total number of threes tonight. 11 unofficially by the Blue Devils, who had a very, very high shooting percent tonight from the land of 3, as the Devils led 25-6 after one quarter. Second quarter was 55-20. So Galesburg had a nice second quarter as they scored 14 points. Third quarter was 75-30, and then the fourth just ran because it was a running clock. And so it was 86-34. We'll have a chance to talk to Coach after this. We'll hear from him, and of course his comments are brought to you by Kunis Honda and Kunis Hyundai, and of course Kunis. We've got Jeff Kahn there, Cohn, and we've got Jason Buxman. Those are the leaders of it. We'll talk about the managers, sales managers. We'll also talk about the service department and all the sales guys out there too. If you want to stop by, look at cars. They've got some beautiful cars out there. We're driving a 2022 Accord, and it's a little race car. And when you get this old, it's kind of hard to get in and out of it. But it's an awesome car here, and we thank them for their support and their sponsorship this year. As we mentioned earlier in the broadcast twice, Sunday, December 17th, stop out at the Festival of Lights. And if you've got a Kunis bumper, not a bumper sticker, that's the old days, the bumper sticker, the license plate, you know what it is. And so if you've got one and it's Kunis, they will pay your way in that night for the Festival of Lights. So we thank Kunis again, and of course we'll mention them again when Coach Douglas comes up here. Game went quick in the second half, so all those who did come up here, Mark Fryerbrink was up here as well, and I believe his son was here. I did not get a chance to say hi to him, but everybody's going to get home early tonight. We'll be back up here on Thursday night. We'll have the Brad Dance's group with the Quincy High Blue Devil girls taking on the Galesburg Silver Streaks. That game is at 7 o'clock. We'll be on the air at 7:15. Then on Friday night, the matchup between Quincy High Blue Devils and the Sterling Golden Knights, I believe. I haven't done them for a year. Didn't get to watch them play football either. And that'll be on Friday night. And as we mentioned multiple times, Saturday night at Mizzou, Norm Stewart Classic. Last game of the 3 days, and it'll be the Blue Devils against Chaminade out of St. Louis. So that should be a great matchup there and a busy week. You've got 2 major Western Big Six games. The Devils, you've got to take care of your business there, and you're at home too. So that's, as we've always talked about, in the Western Big Six, if you're going to win it, you've got to win your home games, all of them, and on the road, you've got to steal as many games as you can. And this year should be a very good game. Last year, of course, we looked and we had the Moline Maroons and the Blue Devils, and those 2 teams were above everybody else. Nobody matched up that well. There were some decent teams, but nobody really matched up that well. This year, we've got 4 or 5 teams that are going to be matched up. So should be exciting. And now Coach can actually focus on that. We mentioned it briefly in the pregame, but we're going to have to get out of the gym next time when they're playing loud music beforehand. We didn't think that would be a big problem, but it actually muted us and kind of sent it. We weren't able to hear the interview, but it was a good one. So now tonight, and I'm going to double check to see if I can't find Coach is here in a second. He'll be over to talk to us. Find out if I can find out a score. I don't know if Coach Pettit knows. The score I'd like to know is Sterling and Rock Island as a matchup. That's a big game tonight. Geneseo, I don't think will match up with East Moline, and Moline will destroy Alleman. So it comes down to the games tonight. This really, I mean, could have been a game, but I think it's Sterling versus Rock Island tonight. And then, of course, on Friday, we mentioned Quincy and Sterling. Galesburg will be hosting East Moline. Should be an okay game. Geneseo and Alleman on Friday night will be a very good game because they're both matched about the same way. So Friday it'll be Moline and Rock Island after Sterling and Rock Island was your game tonight. So we've got some good matchups throughout the season here. Probably not every matchup every night, but the top teams in the conference, you got to get your victories out there. And just kind of sitting and waiting here. Devils doing such a good job tonight of just defensively playing well. And they played against Geneseo, which is at the bottom of the conference. This one was a game a notch or so up. But then, like I say, Friday night will be big-time notch. And it should be a great ball game. So get out to Blue Devil Gymnasium a little bit early. And I'm not sure this week if they've got a actual a dinner in the cafeteria or not. I'll have to double check those for everybody throughout the season. We've got certain times of the year we've got spaghetti dinners and others that are over in the cafeteria. And should be a lot of fun. I would imagine Coach Douglas is pretty happy and get back on a school night, get back to class, and then refocus tomorrow. Guys out here with ice. Dom Clay's got his knee iced up. BL3 ices his as well. Whoa, we had a couple nice dunks tonight, too. Camden Brown threw a tomahawk down and then made a nice break in the lane and threw one down straight up. I think that was our only two dunks tonight. But just the defense themselves, stealing the ball and getting a quick break in, 2-on-1, 3-on-2, 2-on-1 more than anything. Just did such a good job. There was a couple times down the court, the Devils scored, and within 3 to 5 seconds, they scored again and all that. So, great night. We're going to have to figure out who the player of the game is, too. And this is a tough one, too, when you've got two guys with 11 points, 2 guys with 10 points, another guy with 9. I'll tell you, Isaiah Talton came off with 9, but more impressively at the end, Cale Eckhoff had 2 threes, 6 points, had a couple steals. He did a nice job out there. And, of course, we mentioned Rico Clay. Rico, couple block shots, especially that one that he pinned. And that was Dom earlier in the game that he pinned one between the backboard and the rims. But Rico did get 5 points out there. He had almost every Devil that was in score except for 3 of them. And I tell you, Cameron Wires, when you get the Wires boys, Ralph and Cameron both playing hard, boy, it's just got to drive them nuts because there's speed there, quickness, and if they're both in there at the same time, it drives the guards just nuts. You got to pass that ball better. You got to get the ball down the court or away from a trap, and tonight it did not happen as the Blue Devils just had great hands out there throughout the evening. And listening to the family out there in the court for the Silver Streaks. I think they've got some players on this team that can contribute, play well with Alleman, play well with Geneseo, and those 3 teams I think are down there. It's really Quincy, Sterling, East Moline, Rock Island, and Moline. Those are your teams right there, and the farther you can get ahead by knocking everybody out and get some distance there, the better chance you have. So, but we've got a long way to go here. We've got a season that will end till the end of February, and that's when you want to play your best basketball as we get into the postseason. and you start working on all cylinders for the future. And really, as Coach has always said, and you'll hear him talk about it here when we bring him in, it's all about defense and taking care of business every day. Taking care of business every way. We really focused on that a couple years ago, and the Devils are really doing a good job of focusing on where they're at. And we're at some different places this year. You know, you're down at the shootout with the Norm Stewart. You're down at the Highland shootout. I believe that's Cardinal Stritch at noon on a Saturday. You've got some great matchups. Of course, the Collinsville tournament will be a great one. And this year, the Collinsville tournament and the State Farm start the same day on the 27th. Most years, they don't start Collinsville until the second day, which would be the 28th. And those teams up at State Farm, and that would be the QND Raiders and the new Quincy High Bleed Devil girls who are up there at State Farm as well. So there's a possibility when we get that close that we may go up the first day and check out the girls and the ND boys, and then head down the second day for the Blue Devils as they play a double header on the second day. Normally the first day, and I won't say that, but normally the first day you usually get a different bid, you know, where a seed where basically you know, you can play with a team. But this year I believe Carbondale, and there's one more team, Decatur MacArthur I believe, is down at Collinsville. So they keep getting tougher down there. So you can't fall asleep at any given night. So it's and Coach Douglas is coming around here right now. Coach, I tell you what, I thought the defense played great. You know, they got after it. You know, a couple times they got beat deep, but the one time I think they got beat deep, Clay blocked that shot and pinned it up against there. I thought they did good. I thought, and I watched before the ball game, you and the team were shooting, and darn good shooting. I think, if I remember right, you beat them all. So that's always good to do.
That's a problem.
I would say so. But somehow, I think we had 11 threes tonight. We really shot the ball well.
We shot it well, and I think a big part of that is we got open shots. You know, I think that's huge when you're playing this game. Is you know, you can get 3-point shots anytime you want, but are you going to get open looks? Are you going to get in rhythm looks? And you know, we had guys that were driving and penetrating, making two guard, and then finding the open guy. And that's, you know, it's a fun way to play, and you know, it gives our team a little more confidence to make some of those shots. Yeah,
and the way they played so well together, you looked at a player of the game, and I was like, who do I pick? Because it's so well, and they shot so well. And even the guys that you brought in late in the ball game, even though the basically the quarter was running, a running clock, I saw some impressive stuff. Isaiah Talton hit 3 trays. You also had Cale Eckhoff, couple trays. I mean, you got some good things out of guys that were sitting down the bench, and even Rico Clay with a blocked shot in that. And, of course, Cameron Wires had a great game, didn't score a point.
Right, and he's going to have some of those. And I think the thing with Cameron is last year I don't know if he would have been happy about that. You know what I mean? He's not scoring, and, you know, a lot of times players, they think they think that a game is great if they score more, and it's poor if they don't score. And that's the complete opposite, especially with him. For him to be effective, you know, and to be his best version, is to do what he did tonight and what he's done all season long. I mean, he's making guys pick up, and he's finding the open guy, taking care of the ball extremely well, pushing it in transition, defending the way that he's defending. I think he provides us with such a big spark off the bench. There's not a whole lot of guys that you're going to see this year that are quicker than him with the basketball in his hands, and when he's making good decisions with it, he's a phenomenal player.
Well, and when you have both the Wires in at the same time, that's a lot of quickness out there, and it's nice to see them working together with a smaller lineup like that, a quick lineup.
Yeah, it is, and, you know, those two guys, they provide us more than just one thing, and I think, you know, we have a lot of guys that are not one-dimensional players, you know, meaning they're not just a offensive threat. Their defense, you know, their defense is big time too, and, you know, we're getting there. We're not where we need to be, but we're getting there with guys that are buying into their role defensively and bringing that energy defensively. And, again, when we can do that, when we can come out with that type of energy, it's going to lead to good things offensively. And we were able to knock down some big shots tonight.
Well, and it's nice, too. We can refocus now to Sterling. And the great part is, with the running clock in here, it's a Tuesday school night. We get out of here quicker and we get home.
Yeah, that's it. You know, two important night tonight. You know, this is the start of a busy week for us and an important week for us. But, you know, practices tomorrow and Thursday are going to be crucial for this group. You know, resting their bodies up as much as they can, putting the right, you know, drinks in their body and food in their body to get them ready for a big weekend, and that starts with Sterling. So it's going to be a tough weekend, but one that I know we're all looking forward to.
Well, and the lights are starting to go out here, and it's time to get to the bus and get home. So congratulations on tonight. Can't wait till Friday night.
Sounds good, my man. I appreciate you.
All right, you got it there.
Take care.
That's Coach Andy Douglas. He's the head coach of the Blue Devils, and a great night here. And his comments are brought to you by Kunis Honda and Kunis Hyundai. What a great organization over there on 36th Street. Stop on by and tell them how much you like hearing the broadcast here. So we appreciate Coach Douglas. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to hold off, and I'm going to think about this tonight, and I'm going to put a player of the game at the next game on Friday night. I just really want to pick a couple out there. I don't want to just pick the whole team. So we'll do that. But that'll do it in the post-game show. And we'll be heading back as the final score here at Galesburg at John Thiel Gymnasium. The Quincy High Blue Devils 86 and the Galesburg Silver Streaks 34. I'm Jeff Wellman. Have a great night. Good night, everyone. All right. We're going to see lights go out before I'm going to throw everything together as fast as I can.